went cold in that fourth quarter. Did they tweak anything defensively, or was that just missed shots?
I mean, we definitely missed shots. Had a couple careless turnovers. I think we had a couple offensive boards we didn't convert, that might have stemmed the momentum a little bit. I think we had two or three on one possession where we didn't finish at the rim. I think they cheated back towards Maisha and Aaliyah a little bit on their rolls and didn't give us the easy release. We had some chance to make plays with the ball in our hand, our guards had, and we just didn't convert. And they're a really good defensive team. They've ground out a lot of wins like that. They have smart players, great coach, obviously. Thought we had enough good looks to bring it right down to the wire, and we just didn't make a few down the stretch.
What was the conversation after that first quarter? I'm sure you're probably a little bit frustrated with the turnovers and just kind of a rough early start.
Yeah, the turnovers. Thought we missed a couple layups early and let them get their lead. The first half in general, I didn't think we did a good job on the defensive boards. We were better in the second half. We probably got lucky that they didn't convert a few more on their offensive rebounds. Once we started taking better care of the ball, we were able to get in transition. We were able to get our defense set. And then we just had a few more turnovers late that I thought kind of put us back in that hole.
A few words on Era and Shatori, both of them, continue to play well.
Yeah, Shatori gave us a real jolt in that first half when we needed it, when we were struggling. She's done that now a few games in a row. I thought they sent her more attention in the second half, put more length on her. I'm kind of here looking at it's a game I want to rewatch a little bit because I felt like I could have done a better job getting Shatori and Maisha more involved in the second half. They both got going. Obviously, Minnesota made some changes on them, but they both made good plays with the ball when they did have it. Shatori had a nice assist to Steph. Maisha made the right play all night. But I feel like I probably could have helped get them a couple more looks.
Just one last one for me. End of a tough road trip, but I'm sure you would have liked to have another win in there. But just overall feel from this trip, from the 3 games.
Mixed bag from the trip. I didn't think we played well in our win for a lot of it. I thought we played better tonight, especially defensively for good chunks of the game. It's tough. Our rotation has kind of changed every night, and we've had people in and out. I was in some lineups tonight that I don't think I've really played, and I like that we kind of stuck with it and figured some things out on the fly. We got a couple days to get ourselves together, and then we got to go back out to Indy, which will be a tough one. But the break doesn't start today. We got 3 more games, and we want to go on the break in a high. So get ourselves back in the right mindset, get a little recovery physically, and try to get ready for this mid-season stretch run.
Thank you.
Tyler. Hey, Eric. I want to ask about those lineups and rotations a little bit. Just curious, what was your priority in this game and what were you trying to do with some of those combinations that you were throwing out there?
Trying to help Steph get through the game. She couldn't play her usual minutes kind of in that first stint. So I ended up with a situation where kind of Didi and Aaliyah were my bigs, and thought it was easier as the game went. I staggered a little bit more, started Shatori the second half, so I had Didi to come in and play some 4. We got in a 4-guard lineup that I don't think we'd really been in other than maybe a minute or 2 in Vegas, but it's good. I mean, I think you can learn something from those times you have to go to those things. Sometimes you find things that work. Got Maisha going a little bit, Shatori obviously, but it's just stuff that we got to work through. Every team's kind of going through it right now, so we're trying to be creative. We're trying to find combinations that work, and I'm learning from it as well.
And I want to ask about the offensive rebounds too. They were +7 on the O boards tonight. I know that's something you guys was a point of emphasis early on in the season. What kind of happened tonight?
There's a point of emphasis tonight. I thought they outworked us. It's what it's why Minnesota is where they are in the standings. They they got it from a lot of people. Their guards crash, something we knew coming into the game. We've played against them, plenty of times in the past to know that people like, Courtney Williams and Bridget Carlton um, run in from the wings. We got caught a few times in some switches where they had a physical advantage on the glass, but too many plays maybe where we're already cheating up the floor and the ball's bouncing at the free throw line.
Got it. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, E.
Right.
We get that. No questions. All right, we're gonna start with in person.
Yeah.
What's up?
A little bit of a rough fourth quarter, shooting wise, just kind of what changed there. You guys were shooting 50% through the first three quarters and kind of go cold a little bit.
Yeah, not to kind of be like a dick, but we just stopped making shots. I don't even know how else to say it, to be honest with you. Yeah.
No, that happens as well.
Yeah, nah, I
Sometimes shots
mean,
stop going down.
yeah, that's just, I feel like we were still taking good shots. I don't feel like anybody took any forced shots. I think they were the same shots we were getting first through third quarter. Just didn't make them. Yeah.
What was the conversation? What was the kind of conversation after a slow start that you guys really rallied in those in that second and third?
You kind of saw us last game fold, in my personal opinion, and I think that's not who we are as a team. That's not who we are individually as people. And we had some people go out and get us some good buckets. Maya and Tori were ahead of that, came out, gave us big minutes, big buckets, and rallied us back in the game. And then we were able to kind of get back to ourselves and lock in defensively.
Maya, what was kind of working for you? You kind of had your fingerprints in a little bit of everything, flirting a little bit, 6 assists, 11 rebounds.
I want that triple.
That's what I'm saying. You're
triple. I think just playing at my pace and just taking what the defense gives me, that'll be like key for me, the rest of the season. And it just works for the team. Like when I'm not trying to do too much and just whatever they give me, that's what I'm gonna take.
You had a couple where you went straight coast to coast.
They ain't want to jump on the right, so I'm just gonna keep dribbling right.
And last one for me, either of you or both of you, just I know didn't come out with the wins that you would have liked on this West Coast trip, but I guess this isn't still West Coast anymore. But from this 3-game road trip, how did you guys just kind of feel overall about the team and how you performed over the span of the week?
Aside from the Vegas game, because what the fuck was that? LA, I like how we rallied together in that game to get the win. This game, I feel like we let it slip away. Before we walked in, Abe said it, like, it sucks hearing like we're getting better all the time, but it's just like we just got to figure out a way just to like win these games. Like when like it comes down to it, like we just have to figure it out. Like we're getting there. We just need to get over that hump right now. And I think once we get over the hump, like sky's the limit for us. Tyler.
Hey, Ariel. Hey, Maisha. First question's for Ariel. Second quarter or start of the game, you guys kind of were out of sorts a little bit offensively. What kind of changed there in the second quarter to kind of get you guys back into it?
I think using their aggression against them, and actually being aggressive. I kind of said it earlier. I think Tori and Maisha really was taking what the defense was giving them and being aggressive towards the rim.
Whole name?
Maisha. Oh my bad. It just kind of came out. And then you said it again. Got it.
And Maisha, you and Tori had a good game tonight. You guys had a couple games in a row where you guys have been able to string together good performances, both coming off of the bench. What have you two kind of done with that bench unit to kind of make this be such an asset for you guys and being able to power your way through some of these games when you guys have so many injuries that you're dealing with?
I feel like when teams are dialed in on Ariel, I want to say your whole name, by the way. That's why. Okay. I don't mind. When teams are like dialed in on A, they're dialed in on Steph coming back up to the top. Like it makes our job a lot easier because our man is helping and then we're getting the open shots and taking them and we're making them. So I think like if we just keep, playing off of what our shooters are doing and making reads, then yeah, we're good.
Perfect. Thank you. Travel safe.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good night.